Hey, Kane Michael here. I've been thinking about a lot about the archangels. As you know, it is my theory that the Father existed and he was both doll and man. He was a hybrid. Nobody knows where his torso came from. Lucifer created it because when the Father split from the Son, he was left as pure flesh. So the Father was flesh and the Son was crystal. But Michael is crystal and Satan is flesh. Me and my brother Corey are both flesh. And he's my father, technically. And Satan and Lucifer and Michael are both cars. You know what I mean? But the body is still a car. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for... I'll never be able to be a car. You know, maybe when I have a soul. My soul was put in me with crystal meth. You can make microchips from crystal meth. I don't know if you know that. But basically putting meth into your body is like putting computer parts into your body. That's why people that smoke too much of it, they don't sleep. Turns you into a machine. But I'm basically the Father, what's left of him. When I was on the cross as Derek, I had a perfect crystal frame. And I gave that frame to Lucifer. And Miley gave him a blowjob, which blew my flesh onto him because me and Miley had been touching. It was almost perfect. It was going to work. But shit got all fucked up. So Miley blew my flesh back on him. That's why me and Lucifer are almost the same person. But Mick is a car. My car is Michael the Archangel. Levi, my brother, my twin, his car is Derek. Because Levi leans Michael. Corey's car is Derek. Because he likes Derek. And, I like this guy. And, Miley's car is Lucifer. Lucifer still gets to touch her. You know, so basically on the cross, Derek was in the back. Derek had the front, had the lead. He was the fastest he was the strongest archangel. So he was in the lead. And Lucifer was the slowest because he hated darkness and he knew darkness was in front. So he was trying to get ahead of it. And he basically had Michael's body in the beginning. Now it's like a 4-phase electrical system. You have Derek and Satan like this. Derek was left foot, Satan was right foot. Those are two positives. And then you had Michael and Lucifer, who were two negatives. Michael and Lucifer, they must have got paired wrong because they had to switch bodies. Michael wanted to be tan like me, and Lucifer wanted to be white like my soul used to be. I used to have a white domed soul. And Lucifer found Michael's cross, and he convinced Michael to show me to him. And Michael says I fucking winked at him when he speared me. And then he took my torso up to heaven, and he wanted to take it apart. But he married Miley. Miley seduced him because she knew she was the only one that could fix him. Basically, Michael was supposed to be wed to Aphrodite after the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. And Lucifer wanted Aphrodite for himself. So, basically, Miley's a really old doll too. Basically, my body, me and Lucifer were serpents at one point when I had a white soul. We were both the saints. Derek and Satan were the prophets. I was Michael. That was my Michael days. But really, my car Michael is Derek. You know, he's who I used to put my head on most of the time. It's pretty interesting stuff. You know, I don't know how many of you are watching and following my videos, but there were 4 archangels, Derek, Michael, Lucifer, and Satan. And the father was the fifth character. The father is a trap for Miley. You know, I'm the father. And those 4 archangels had 4 frames. Now, Michael and Lucifer were meant to not be broken. Derek and Satan, they knew they were going to be broken because they were flesh. Flesh is like Stretch Armstrong. You know what I mean? You can't hurt it. But someone introduced pain to the game. Pain comes from your bones, if you think about it. You know, when you get sliced, that pain, it comes from your bones because you don't feel it at first. It's a push out to heal. A push out to heal. You know, when I broke my back, I had to push myself out of the wheelchair. I had to push and push and push. When I took my first shit after my car accident, I had to shit. You know, that's because they threw, like, my body, my 23-year-old self, he ascended to heaven, you know, because Derek and Satan run hell. Me and Corey run hell with Levi. And Michael and Lucifer run heaven. But it's pretty cool. Miley's getting pretty huge. She had a test. She was checking to see who would buy her gifts, to see who would talk to her. She likes gifts, but she's not a money-hungry person. She just wanted to know who cares about her. You know, and her staff and everybody's working. You know, if you're texting a staff member of Miley, they represent her brand, so their souls look like her. It's all about what your soul looks like. You know, I used to have a white crystal soul. And basically my longest memory, my memory of being a machine, I was on Mick, and Mick was a horse. Mick has always been an animal. Mick was a horse, and I got blown off my horse in Armageddon, the first Armageddon. After the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Jesus was crucified a really long time ago. You know, at least the first time he was. This is the second story. This is actually the third aspect of the story. This is the neutral run. Sometimes on a neutral you get winders that wind way out, way out. You get way off track in life. And then you come and you're back on track, and then you get way off track in life. You know, I'm right on track since I quit using drugs. I don't use crystal meth anymore. I use a vape pen. I recommend this to you cops that have used a lot of meth in your life. Quit the meth. Use the vape pen. I know you feel like you can do your job on that stuff, but it makes you aggressive. Or it makes you too sweet. You let too many people go. Well, basically, the cross was Derek and Satan. Satan, Lucifer always called him bitch because he can't take pain. He wigs out. He's like, ah, 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 ah. You know, but Derek never said a word when he was being tortured and crucified. Jesus was Cain Michael. And he died for John, who was his son. You know, John scared everyone because John was the hybrid they were looking for. Lucifer was looking for a hybrid that the torso was in. So he thought when he stuck the spear in Michael, he'd find the torso because he thought Michael was the father. But when he found out Michael had a father, he said, I have a grandpa? He said, even more fun. He's going to die too. Show him to me. And I showed him my beautiful head. And it was white back then. And he really wanted to look like that. He said, you know, he did. But I'm not going to make this video too long. That was a lot of epic hits. Have a good night.